Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Alex. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, James. Are you guys still
Morning.
going with the whole agriculture show as the cover
That's
story?
all. That's all we
Because
got.
nobody bought it yesterday in the chat. Nobody. They said, "Oh, sure, they're at a freaking casino somewhere."
Hey,
There's
we
no
we
one you
made
can.
it. We made it here this morning. We must have survived.
Exactly, exactly. Well, everybody, buckle up. There is something really funky going on TikTok. I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know whether we have been throttled. I don't know whether we have been shadow banned, but I don't know what's going on. But the views are all catawampus on TikTok. I don't know if that's going to affect our live, but as you all know, we've been having issues with Restream, and I've noticed that some of the other podcasters that use a different program called StreamYard, they're having the same issues. And it's across the board. I don't know what's going on, but if for some reason we lose connection or something funky happens, we'll start the live back up again. So I just hang in there, everybody. I don't know.
Is it a coincidence that yesterday's show we didn't have any glitches and James and Dave weren't there?
Oh, that's right. I think that you may be onto something there, Alex. Meanwhile, James has an inch on his nose, but that's neither here nor there. So how was the show yesterday, guys? What did you guys discover there?
We looked at a lot of equipment that was really expensive.
Do they have drones and what have you?
Yes, sir.
That's got to be a big part of it right now.
As many as you want. Yeah, we looked at a bunch of stuff down there.
Wow.
Yeah, the drones, Sam, were quite impressive. They the new ones that are coming out are going to be big enough to carry 1,400 pounds. So, and the guy that we were talking with yesterday said that they are working on one that you can pull the tank out and actually put a seat in so a human can fly.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah. I knew the drone industry was gonna surge when they started using the bigger drones to take deer out of the woods.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to drones, I've been a drone guy for a lot of years. I've had Parrot drones, I've had small drones, I've had large drones, and I just love that technology. And I'm looking at a new one. I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but I'm looking at the new DJI. I know, but still, when it comes to technology, they're one of the best for the consumer market.
Does it have thermal night vision, and can we use it for coyotes? Just asking for a friend.
No, I don't think it has thermal night vision, but it has obstacle avoidance. It has return to home. It has a lot of different things in there. A few $100s, and you've got this top of the line drone with cameras, 4K camera, gimbal on the camera, everything. It's just,
if it doesn't have thermal, I don't want it, Sam.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. All right, well, let's say some good mornings here. Who do we have piling in with us this morning? Holy smokes, the chat's on fire. Excuse me. My mute button's working now. Good. All right. Vicky Veronica's here. T. Rainey 2. Oh, my goodness. Nurse, Jason Coons, Rick Sr., Nut said, Grand Rising all. Grand Rising to you as well, Nut. Lynette Ranley, thank you for the gifts. Ego said, good morning from Eastern Iowa. Hey, Lynette Ranley just became the 145th fan in the fan club. Welcome, welcome. Oh, we got a Trump train right out of the gate. I love it. All right, let's see. Lisa Maria is here. Good morning, Lisa. Mary Lise Brown. PJ Party. Peggy is here. Holy smokes. Q17 said, Grand Rising family. Grand Rising to you as well, Q17. CG is here. Good morning, CG. Oh, boy. Wendy J. Clarity Gold Oil is here from Oregon. Hey, Clarity. Wendy J. Blue Flames 41 said, good morning, all four. Good morning to you as well. Sherry from East Tennessee is here. Mama Bear said, too much truth bombing. TikTok can't handle it. Boy, isn't that the truth. Kelly Thurman 2 is here. Martini time. Holy smokes. Mel's Cattle Company said, good morning. Martini time. Thank you for the gifts. Batten Ballin is here. Thank you for the gifts, Batten Ballin. Batten Ballin said, happy spicy Thursday. Oh, another Trump train. I love it. I love it. We are on fire this morning. Melissa Flitter is here. Christy B from Hayesville, Kansas. Chris Romano. Lee popped in. Good morning, Lee. Holy smokes, it's hard to keep up with this. Kingsgirl 1974 is here. Uh-oh, we're losing.
I got it. Don't worry.
Jan Loban being grandma said, good morning, my twin granddaughter's first birthday today. Happy birthday to your granddaughters. And Deb S. from Massachusetts is here. Full mental jacket is here as well. Tanya Moonsheimer, Gen X Nick, Lord Bullion. Hey, Lord, haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Tim Shaw 707, Sky Dancer. Holy smokes, everybody's piling in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We're all said, good morning, Sam, Alex, James, Dave, and Jeffrey. His guard just leaked the truth. Oh, my goodness. Earl Shannon's here. Oh, my goodness. We have got everybody piling in here. Bat and Ballin, Franny Dragonfly. Thank you for all the gifts. All right, guys. So it is, hey, Diva 53 is here as well. And Benji 1959, Big Ben. Hey, Ben, glad you can make it, brother. So it is a bloodbath out there today. Alex, what do we have in terms of indices? And everybody, make sure your seatbelts are on.
Before we get into that, everybody, please tap. We're well past the 10-minute 10,000. Thank you very much. The heart means I think it's a penny, whatever, helps us kick the algorithm out. And of course, all of you that are sharing, thank you very much. Welcome in on this fine Thursday, the 5th of February, 2026. And Sam wasn't kidding. Looking at the markets, S&P 500 down 52 points to 6,829. The Dow is down 372 to 49,128. NASDAQ is down 222 points to 22,000. That's a lot of twos. 22,683. Good news, only good news. Oil is down $1.69, currently sitting at $63.45 a barrel. Looking over at the gold and silver market, also down manipulation, down $90 on gold at $4,875. Silver down $11, back down into the 70s, $76.40. Also not good. Crypto taking a bath. Actually draining the bath water. I don't know how you would summarize that. Bitcoin down quite a bit over the week. Right now it's up 0.9% at $67,663. Ethereum up 1.5% to 1,981. XRP, man, really took a tank. Currently up 0.6% at $1.26. Solana up at 1.2 at 84. Cardano up 2% at 26 cents, and Stellar Lumen XLM is up 0.7 at 15 cents. Not financial advice, but buy the dip.
Yeah, exactly. David Morales over on YouTube said, are we watching copper? I don't know. What did you say, copper, Alex?
I did not say copper, but copper is currently down 4 cents at $5.81.
Interesting. Hey, Don the third G is here. Don, thanks for all the gifts, brother. Appreciate it. John Langlois is here as well. Holy smokes, this thing is moving. Beefman from Illinois is here. Melissa Flinner, thank you for all the gifts. You're so sweet. Holy smokes, look at this. Squiggly77 said, woohoo, good morning, gentlemen. Trump train! We got another Trump train. We are on fire today with the Trump trains. Calvin is here. Hey, Calvin, glad you could make it. Holy smokes, David is here as well. Sassy Minnesota girl and Allie Mae are here. Brian said, whoever shared the live to me, thank you so much. It's appreciated. Yes, thank you, everybody. That's another thing that really helps the algorithm for us. Melissa and Rick Sr., thank you so much. When you share the live out, it triggers something in the algorithm on TikTok, and it helps us out. So thank you so much for doing that. Well, look who it is. Our personal cheerleader, Towie Bixby, is here. Hey, Towie. Her and PJ Party, you guys do a fantastic job with the taps. Just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Squiggly77 said, copper is down, but still at an all-time high. Well, I think we are in the Flux capacitor at this point. There's so much happening right now, you guys. Kathleen Garcia, another Trump train. Wow. You guys are on top of it today. Thank you, everybody. Who sent that one? Let me see if I can see who that was. Franny Dragonfly. Was it Franny? Yeah, Franny. Thanks so much, Franny.
Calvin.
All right.
Franny.
What's that?
Calvin, Franny, Dawn the Third. You guys are on fire this morning.
You guys are. Thank you so much. All right. Well, let's see. Dave, what do we have for a farming and agriculture report today? Oh, did we lose Dave?
Oh, no. To kick him backstage again? No?
Where the heck is he?
Oh, he's muted. He's working on it.
Sorry about that. I'm here.
A little hangover from the casino yesterday?
Yeah, I wish the casino was the case. The only thing up on the markets today is the row crop, the grain markets for the corn, soybeans, and wheat. Corn is up 2 to 4 across the board. Soybeans up 8 to 17, and wheat is up 3 to 8 across the board. The cattle and the hogs, on the other hand, are down a little bit today. Cattle is down 1.3%, and hogs are down 8%. On a positive note, for the grain markets, China is set to buy another 8 million tons of soybeans, and that should help carry the rest of the stuff. It looks like Trump and the president of China are agreeing and working out a few more details. So that's a positive note for the grain farmers. No doubt about that.
Excellent. Thank you, Dave. Let's see here. Wendy is here. XRP Mama. Holy smokes. The Mega Queen is here as well. Good morning, all. Welcome in. Martin's WB, Sue B. Excuse me. I love that mute button. That's working so well. I'm so happy about that. You have no idea. Let's see. Franny Dragonfly, thank you for the train. Holy smokes, you guys. It is hard to keep up with the chat today. Everybody's doing a great job. Beaver from Colorado Springs is here as well. Donna Fox just popped in. Kingsgirl 1974 is saying good morning to everyone. I'm married to Bob, just showed up. Hey, Bob, Magic is here. Welcome in, everybody. Okay, James, what do we have from a military standpoint today?
Oh, boy, we got some news. And yes, we were at the farm show yesterday.
That's a story you're saying, and you're sticking with it. I get it.
So the United States military has agreed to reestablish high-level military-to-military dialogue following talks in Abu Dhabi with Russia. This is a signal that the United States is normalizing some ties with Russia. Maintaining dialogue between militaries is an important factor in global stability and peace. We are working towards increased transparency and de-escalation. This all comes after a 4-year freeze on talks, allowing Russia and Ukraine to duke it out. 47 says enough is enough. Collaborating with all the countries is a desire at best. Conversely, and I think this, Sam, you're going to find this very interesting. Oh, by the way, that's one of our lasers that we use to shoot down drones. Dave was kind enough. I sent that to him this morning. I thought that was pretty badass.
That's really badass.
So conversely, NATO is intensifying its Arctic presence. Imagine that. Planning on new Arctic Sentry mission to strengthen northern defenses and conduct submarine hunting exercises off the coast of Norway. The internal political tensions regarding the United States are of concern to NATO. The United States is in the lead, and we are in control.
Excellent. Thank you so much, James. Excellent report as usual. Well, look who we have over here on Rumble. My sister Dee Dee is here. She said, good morning, little brother. Good morning to you as well. So glad you made it. All right. So speaking about military, James, and we're going to come to you first on this one, and I want all three of yours opinion, but we have 3 U.S. warships that have been dispatched to Haiti as part of a campaign against drug traffickers. At the direction of the Secretary of War, the ships USS Stockdale, USCGC Stone, and USCGC Diligence have arrived in the Bay of Port-au-Prince as part of an Operation Southern Spear. Now, that in and of itself is impressive, but I find it very interesting that we have Bill and Hillary agreeing to the congressional. What was the country that Hillary was supporting and raising money and funds for? You guessed it, Haiti. James, what do you make of it?
Well, really, Sam, our 3 ships are going over there. One to address human trafficking and critical political instability surrounding a key deadline for a transitional government. The deployment will help curb organized crime and improve security, and it sends a message of stability. As far as the Bill and Hillary thing, um, I think they've already done their swinging around Guantanamo Bay, but you got to remember we have a travel for advisory against going to Haiti, so it's not a friendly place.
Yeah, 100%. Alex?
Haiti back in the news. It's if we ever had all of the truth that came out of what's transpired in that country and money, it's the fraud, it's the child trafficking, it's that little island has been exploited for a long time, and it'll be interesting to see how peace through strength turns that around.
Yeah, 100%. Dave?
You
might want to turn on your volume there, Dave.
I agree with you guys. There's more reasons why Haiti's coming back into the scheme of things. We've known what the Clintons and them have ran through there, from money laundering to kids and stuff like that. Remember, Dominican Republic's on the other side of the island, and it's a beautiful, somewhat clean island across the place that I've been to, and Haiti's on this side, and it's the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
So we'll see what comes out of that.
100%. Hey, Hits is here. Good morning, Nitesh. Pure blood Holly Johns. Holly said that picture, Dave, will make rivals sit up and take notice. Boy, isn't that the truth?
This is what they sent to Haiti.
Holy smokes. Wow. That's impressive, to say the least.
Is that the same one that you posted, Dave? 106?
I don't know on the picture wise. I didn't see.
Interesting. 106.7. Crystal Zeski is here. Good morning, Crystal.
I heard that.
Diana Lynn is here. Good morning, Diana. Glad you can make it. Okay, so we've got trolls in the chat, and I'm going to bring this one up because I think it's important. You have, oh shoot, I lost it. Purple Dude 13, welcome in. Glad you decided to follow us. Well, I lost it, but here it is. Somebody saying, are you defending Trump in the Epstein files? Okay, so here's the thing, you guys. There is a lot of information out there. If somebody's name is in the files, does not mean they are a nefarious player. They may be a confidential informant. They may have been mentioned by someone else in an email. So I understand that you're trying to stir up.
Oh, now Sam got kicked backstage. Hold on, Sam. I'm coming to get you. And he's back.
Wow, that was weird. So, again, we don't run from anything. As I've said many times, if President Trump is guilty, he needs to go. End of story. I don't care if it's him or not. The reality is you can't take something out of context and try to apply it in the filter that you have. So that's all I'm going to say about that, but I thought it was important to bring that up. Anybody want to make a comment? Alex, Dave?
Well, that troll has 98 followers and 0 likes.
Well, there you go. Exactly.
Yeah.
Lynette Ranley is here. Good morning, Lynette.
Okay, so they followed up. Hold on, I'm going to back up. They followed up, not trolling, just a genuine question is what they put. I think Sam addressed that if there is concrete evidence that there was nefarious activity involving him in any of that, then I think all 4 of us agree to the gallows with you. That's the way it works. But here's the thing. I have to ask you a question. Why now? Why now is Trump's name brought up? Why not in 2016 when he first ran? The Epstein case started in 2007, almost 20 years ago. Do you think that at any point in time that if it was a legitimate scenario that he was involved, that they would wait 20 years to bring it up? Why wouldn't it have been brought up sooner? How many years have we heard about Clinton and the flight logs? 15? Think about it.
Alex had a lot of coffee this morning.
Oh yeah, we all did. We're ready to go. Blue Flames and Hits. Thank you for all the gifts, Mr. Handsome Dave. Thank you for the heart, me Dave. Appreciate it. Brian said Trump train. Did I miss a Trump train? I don't think I did.
You did.
Okay,
I did. Oh, Trump train. I can't believe I missed it. Nutty 81 is here. Good morning, Nutty. Tam at the ranch. Hey, Tam, haven't seen you in a while.
I need you to lean back when you say Trump.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting to do that. I get all excited. Sorry, guys. Oh, my gosh. Batten Ballin said deflection and distraction from Democratic fraud. 100%. I mean, we have got so many things happening, so much being brought to the surface. I just had a conversation with somebody this morning, a very close friend of mine, and he's still on the whole dichotomy between Republicans and Democrats. He is anti-Democrat, pro-Republican, yet he doesn't see that line is blurred. There are certainly bad Republicans. There are a lot of bad Democrats. I don't pay attention to tags or to parties. I pay attention to actions. And I think when you look at the actions of these different people, I don't care if they're Democrat or Republican, if their words don't line up with their actions, they got to go. End of story. At least that's how I look at it anyway.
Right. Since we're still on the military topic, NORAD before, during, and after will be protecting the airspace and water around the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Well, that's a whole nother thing, you guys. So we had 321 earthquakes hit in San Francisco in the last week. 321. The San Andreas Fault is the one that runs here in California. And then you have the EBS signal, the colors from the EBS signal. Alex, do you have that meme that you can pull up? The one that I send it to you?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well,
I can't. Yep. Go ahead.
If you look at the EBS signal, the colors that are used in that, what you see on the screen, are the same colors that are being used to promote the Super Bowl on Sunday. Now, no, that's not the one I was looking at.
I'm just showing the Super Bowl colors.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So is it coincidence? Possibly. Is there something that possibly could happen during the Super Bowl this year? Who knows? But I find it very, very interesting that that's the case with this. I wish I had that. Actually, you know what, Alex? I think if I remember correctly, yes, here it is. Alex, do you want me to text it or email it?
Text it. You can email it. That's fine.
Whichever is easiest, because I want people to see this. I think it's important.
Email will make it easy for me to pull it up.
Okay, so, all right, I just sent it to you. So Alex is going to pull this up, and again, I think it's important because I don't know that anything's going to happen. I don't know that there's going to be something, cataclysmic happening, but I find it very interesting that the colors that we see on the EBS signal, the pattern is the same colors that they're using for the Super Bowl. Now, you combine that with all of these earthquakes in San Francisco in the last week, 321, that's a lot of earthquakes. And it's all in San Francisco area, and that's where the Super Bowl is taking place this week. I don't know. Just speculation on my part.
Did you get Alex, it out? Since 2002, NORAD has been protecting big events like the Super Bowl, is what it's saying here.
Okay, well,
what I found, I never really actually knew that, but
not news then. Yeah, here we go. So the Super Bowl colors. Why is it not showing? Oh, this silly app. Okay, just a minute. Wait,
hold on. That's all right. Take your time.
Yeah, keep talking.
Barbara Barr said, "What is the EBS signal?" The EBS is the emergency broadcast system, and it was talked about in the drops. I think only one time, maybe twice, but we're talking about the possibility that something could happen on Sunday. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. There's no way to tell. I'm not saying that it's going to happen. I'm just saying that it's interesting. And Donna Fox said it's also very interesting that President Trump will not attend the Super Bowl. Yeah, exactly. Again, it may be nothing, but who knows? Did you get it, Alex?
Okay, Dave, stop, dude. You're freaking me out. What the hell?
Yeah, and Benji 1959 said also the stock market. What's going on with the stock market? Exactly. Hey, JP Metal Slayer and Melissa Flinner. Thank you for all the gifts, Melissa. You're so sweet. Charlie, thank you as well. All right, so we're trying to get this picture up that I sent to Alex because I think it's actually, you want me to just do it on my phone, Alex?
No, sir. I got it.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay, let's see if we can. Okay, there it is. Now we can only see, there we go. So there's the EBS signal. Those are the colors that you would see on the EBS. Then if you look above that, that's the Super Bowl logo for this year. Awfully, awfully similar. I don't know if it means anything. I have no idea, but I found that I thought at the very least you guys should see it. Well, look who we have over here on YouTube. Dino is here on YouTube. Good morning, Dino. Glad you could make it, brother. So anyway, I don't know.
You guys ever feel like a deck of cards? We're always getting shuffled.
Jeez Louise. I'm telling you, everybody. It's just Pure Blood Holly Johns. When she heard Dave with the signal, she said, "I even checked my phone." Exactly. We're scaring everybody now.
How do you make Patriots nervous? Just play the EBS down.
Exactly.
Nervous or excited?
Exactly. Either way.
Excited. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Indiana Farmer says,
well,
"I
Sam,
love Mega Dave." Yes, James.
This barrage of earthquakes that have been going on in California. The last was at the Calveras Fault. It's a main branch off and it had a notable swarm of quakes. The San Andreas Fault is about 800 miles long, and it spans from Southern California through the Bay Area into the Pacific. Scientists of the USGS say that many of the major branches could break at some point, rupture in the middle of California. So that's like right in the center of the state.
Wow. I know. I mean, oh, geez, who do we lose now? Oh, okay, it's back. Sorry, guys. We don't know what the hell is going on here with, there's a nice map for us. Thanks, Alex. So again, I'm not saying everybody, I don't want anybody to get out, start freaking out or anything, but it's certainly in these times that we're living, it's always worth keeping your head on a swivel because we don't know what may or may not happen. So Crystal Zeski said, "Jump ship, Sam. Callie's going in the ocean." I know. I should be buying property in Nevada for beachfront property, right? Oh, God.
I don't think you have to go as far as Nevada. I mean, looking at the fault line here, and what I think a lot of people don't understand, the continental shelf and what they've figured out, the ocean actually goes underneath California hundreds of miles. So it's sticking out over the ocean. So yeah, if the fault line were to go, Sam, buddy,
yeah,
Kansas is open for you.
Exactly.
Sleep with the life jacket, Sam.
Yeah, exactly. Speak with Squirrel's here. Hey, Squirrel. Melissa Flinter said musical chairs. Exactly. Rick Sr. said it looks like Hollywood squares. I know, you guys. I'm sorry. I don't know what the heck is going on with TikTok. I mean, I should say with Restream, but we're not the only ones experiencing these types of difficulties with technology, which again leads me to the conclusion or the possibility is something going on. I don't know, but I'm not worried at all. The reality is I believe the Patriots are in full control. Does that mean that every single activity isn't? No. What it means is on the overall flavor of what's going on, I'm as comfy as can be. Pure Blood Holly John said, "I'm strapping pontoons under my motorhome." Exactly. Hey, Rosebud's here from Alaska. Good morning, Rosebud. Oh, my gosh. Glenn said, "I've been waiting since the 80s. Well, dude, I was born and raised here in California, so I get it when it comes to California and the whole thing. So just hang in there. Everything's fine. I'm not concerned at all. And neither should you be, in my opinion. All right, well, let's move on. Let me see if I can get this other screen to work now because we have had Richard Pacente said Santa California Island. Oh, God, exactly. Oh, that's classic. So, all right, let's move on. Tom Homan announced 700 agent drawdown in Minnesota. He said, "We currently have an unprecedented numbers of Minnesota counties communicating with the feds." Now, James, is there anything in particular that you think that is important on?
Well, in my talks with Tommy, he said a quarter of the task force is going to be deployed elsewhere, and that's probably in your area. And 2,000 are going to remain. Basically, what has happened is they're getting a handle on it, and the local and state law enforcement and officials have basically come to work with them. So there's not as much rhetoric. They haven't left yet, but they're going to be. More cooperation from the state and local officials, and I think it's only going to be a matter of time before all the nerves are calmed down. But Operation Metro Surge will continue.
Yep, exactly. I think so. We've had apparently we're not the only ones experiencing issues on TikTok. Looks like Towie Bixby saying there's something going on with TikTok. So we do have a lot of people in here today, a lot of new followers. Welcome in, everybody. Glad to have you with us. And maybe that's part of the reason why we're having the issues we are. But just hang in there; it'll all work out over time. Stuart Ford said EBS to the world. It wouldn't be. I would not be surprised. I would not
Hey,
be
what better
surprised.
what better time to have an EBS when it's the most watched event ever in the whole year? All eyes are on it.
100%, I agree. 100%, James. LSC.3 is here. Good morning, LSC. Freddie Dragonfly said, "How far inland will the tsunami come?" I don't know, man, Freddie, but make sure that you have a life vest or something nearby. It's possible. I'm joking, of course. Chris said Findlay, Ohio is getting ice. Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, and that brings me to another story that we had this morning on the dispatch. So you have ice being dispersed throughout the country. You have fraud being exposed in Minnesota, having it being exposed in Iowa. You're having it exposed in Maine. Now California is up on the chopping block. And Vice President J.D. Vance is going to lead the new anti-fraud task force that will expose fraud in California and multiple other states. President Trump, I don't know if he signed the executive order yesterday, if he's going to sign it today, but it's not coincidental that we have all of this fraud stuff going on, all of this talk about fraud, and now JD Vance is going to be the head of the fraud task force. Dave, what do you make of it?
Well, we've talked about it. We've got the crystal ball here on this show, telling you where they're going to go next, and we knew where they're going to go into California. I mean, at this point, I think Illinois might be the biggest, or New York at that point, from all this fraud. We've talked about it forever on what's out there. I mean, 7 billion this, the homeless money they spent, the train money they spent. It's going to be exposed, and if we can get the money in the right place and stop wasting it, it's going to save all the American people in the pocketbook. So that's the idea behind it.
Yeah, 100%. Johnny B, thank you for the gifts. Boy, we got a lot of new people coming in here today. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for the follow. James, any thoughts?
Sure. 47 is going to sign the executive order today, and it's going to make JD the chairman, signifying the level of importance of the effort to end fraud and abuse. I mean, vice presidential attention to fraud. I mean, you're calling in the big guns now.
Exactly. You're bringing the spotlight out. Alex?
The cockroaches will scatter. It's interesting that we started in Minnesota. Relatively unassuming city, place, environment to find billions of dollars.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Hold on, Alex. Let me see if I can bring you back.
I got it. Just let me click the buttons. So wow, the screens are all jacked up, aren't they?
I know.
So they started in Minnesota, right? So unassuming, we see numbers in the billions. Accountability is what the mandate was. That's what we wanted. Excuse me. And we've got a combination of ICE involved because the fraud is linked to immigration. Coincidence? I don't think so. And then you have judges and politicians and mayors and all of these people up in arms because we're ending their piggy bank stash. And I think the accountability phase is what we're all excited about on the show. When are we going to start holding people accountable? We talked about it before. I don't think everybody involved is going to be held accountable in any of these states. but the big major players, right? It's putting the spotlight on it, like you said, Sam, and that's what we need. How many people are going to wake up and go, "Holy crap! $700 million went through the airport in cash to Somalia." Like, facts, receipts, folks. This is not hyperbole. We're not making this up. Like, this is real. And when they start digging into California, 16 feet or 17 feet of track laid, and billions of dollars. How long? And yeah, Nick Shirley, just remind me at the end of the show, I have a song for Nick Shirley.
Okay, cool. Don, the third G, thank you for the money gun, Don. Very kind of you. I'm married to Bob said we need them in Ohio. They're coming everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Virgo 47 said, Sam, did you see Gavin's latest video on the train? It's laughable. No, I didn't see that. Did anybody see it, you guys?
No, did not.
I didn't see it.
No. Well, again, it's exposure after exposure after exposure. Blue Flames 41, thank you for all the gifts. You're so sweet.
Sorry,
Glenn said Bernie Madoff, laugh out loud. It's going to make Bernie Madoff look like a kid's show when it all comes out.
Yeah.
100%. Jimmy said some heads are going to roll. Newsom, 100%. I personally believe he's already been put under submission, but I don't think it's been rolled out publicly yet. But it's coming, and it's coming in a good
like
way.
that, he should be.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, let's do a quick sponsor break here, everybody. So, as you all know, Mike Lindell's had my back from the beginning. If you need some towels, some sheets, some pillows, you name it, go to Mike. He's earned our business. Use the code SAM. If you are looking for a new hair care product line with no chemicals and no additives, no preservatives, go to Neil. Oh, well, I can't say that anymore. We have to be careful what we say. Go to my website, samshalhoub.you know what it is, and you'll find a button for Neil Naturopathic. Use the code SAM20, that's SAM20, and you'll get 20% off your order. And, of course, Dr. Peter Glidden. Doc is with us every Friday. And today's Thursday. Yeah, he'll be here tomorrow. And he has his own website where you could ask him any question you can imagine when it comes to health and wellness. Go to my website, click on Dr. Glidden's button, use the code SAM, and you'll get a 30% discount. And, of course, Best Line Racing, the best fuel and engine additives in the marketplace today. Go to my website, click on Best Line, and use the code SAM. Alex, what about meditation? We all need it at this point.
If you're on TikTok and you look at my profile, there is a way for you to access the book. If you're not on TikTok, if you go to Amazon and search Alex Raymer, I wrote a guide, practical guide, beginner's guide to a life-changing meditation. If you have purchased the book and you have any questions, contact information is in the back of the book. Reach out and we'll get your questions answered. I think with all of the chaos in the world, meditation or taking some time for yourself is an absolute must right now.
100%, I agree. 100%, Alex. Mama Sass said, imagine how great the country would be if we didn't have all of the fraud. Well, you don't have to imagine it because it's coming, Mama. I'm telling you, it's coming like a freight train. That light at the end of the tunnel isn't the sun. That's the C train, and it's on its way. And that's my opinion, and I stand by it. Chris Romano said, thank you to all the sponsors of Sam's show. Yes, thank you. Laura McCrae is here. Hey, Laura. Glad you could make it. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. So if I missed some of your comments in the chat, everybody, I apologize. It's moving so fast. Just put it in again, and I'll do my best to find it. David Morales said, I bet the protests drop off during the Super Bowl. But again, like James said, the Super Bowl, I don't even know, Alex, what is it, like 40, 50 million people, 100 million people that watch it?
I don't think it's that high anymore.
I don't know.
It's taken a pretty good beating over the last several years, but let me see.
Oh, Wendy J, thank you for the gift. That was really cool. I didn't ever seen that before. I don't know what that was. What did they call that thing? Let's see here as Alex is looking at. I don't know what that was called, but thank you, Wendy J. Very sweet of you. So when it comes to the Super Bowl, what a stage, right? Whether it's 10 million, 100, like James said, it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, sporting events, really entertainment event in the world. And if you wanted to make a statement, and here's another thing too, you guys, that I noticed. So Bad Bunny is supposed to be doing it, right? Now stay with me here, and I got to watch how I say this because I want to make sure we don't get throttled because of it. But bunny could be equated to the white rabbit. When you look at the DNA structure of the type of, how can I say this, the plasma that the elites have been using to keep themselves young, I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. That is in the shape of a white rabbit. Now you have Bad Bunny being at the Super Bowl. Again, it's another parallel, it's another connection. Whether it means anything, I don't know. But the fact that that particular concoction that they derive from blood, if you know what I mean, is the when you look at the DNA structure of it, the molecular structure of it, it resembles a bunny. Follow the white rabbit, bunny, Bad Bunny playing at the Super Bowl. I don't know, just another connection. I have no idea.
So you were right, Sam. According to Nielsen, the 2025 Super Bowl between the Eagles and the Chiefs, according to Nielsen ratings, was 127.7 million, the most watched broadcast in U.S. television history.
Was that last year?
Last year's.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, if you wanted to make a statement, what better stage to do it on, right? I know. And everybody who hasn't seen the movie with oh God, I'm drawing a blank, Alex. What's the name of the movie?
With no Sigourney?
Yeah. What's it called though? Oh God, I'm drawing a total blank. Everybody in the chat, help me out here. The one with Ben
Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Some of all fears.
Some of all fears. Some of all fears. Now, if everybody remembers from that movie, the Sum of All Fears, there was something that took place at a football game. I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to get, throttled here on the different platforms. But again, another connection. Who knows? I don't know. We'll have to see.
Coincidence that a half century of U.S.-Russian arms control ends recently with the expiration of the new START nuclear pact.
I know. We're just throwing things against the wall here. Don't know if anything's going to stick. Mama Sass said, Nurse said, Turning Point is having their own Super Bowl halftime show with Kid Rock and some others. I heard about that. I don't know how they're going to do that. I mean, it's not going to be on the main feed, I wouldn't think. So I don't know how they're
switch channels. Yeah.
What's that?
You just have to switch channels.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay. So we've got a lot of new followers on TikTok today. Everybody, welcome in. Glad you made it. Glad you found us. And Wendy, thank you for the finger heart. Very kind of you. Chris said, I'm wondering what they will do with the opening ceremony in the Olympics. Ooh, I didn't think about that. And then you also have the FIFA World Cup, right? Isn't that happening here in LA this year, I think? I think it's this year.
2026.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know. We'll have to see. I have no idea if any of this means anything, but to say the least, keep your head on a swivel. So Watcher Guru over on X was talking about Treasury Secretary Bessent defending President Trump's Bitcoin reserve while testifying in Congress. He said the asset seizure, that $1 billion of Bitcoin was seized, 500 million of it was retained, and that 500 million has become over $15 billion. Now, everyone knows that I'm a proponent of Bitcoin. I've been a proponent of it for years. Even though we're seeing a downturn, and this is not financial advice, this is just my opinion. My opinion is it's going to come roaring back. And the fact that President Trump and his team are on board with Bitcoin, I got to tell you, I think very comfortable about it. Alex, what do you think?
There's a lot happening. Lots of companies that are in the blockchain technology are filing to be banks. What does that mean, right? That means that they're going to have the ability to allow you to transact with them as if it was a bank. We've talked about this extensively on the show. It's the way it's going. And when you have people out saber rattling about it. It's terrible. It's bad. It's not good. You only get out of it, and it's only used for nefarious purposes. And that's the old broken record. If you put $100 in 2013, which they said it would never hit $100, it's a joke. It's a scam. That $100 would be worth $66,000 today. A month and a half ago, 3 months ago, it would have been worth $125,000. So, do your research, not financial advice, but it is a store of wealth, and it's going to fluctuate. So does the stock market. You think your money's any safer in the stock market? Personal opinion only? No, it's not.
I would argue that it's not safe as that, but that's just me. Christy C., thank you for the heart me. Ginger, thank you for the hanging lights. Bean is here. Hey, Bean, glad you can make it. Beck followed us on TikTok. Welcome in, Beck. Glad you can make it. James?
It was kind of funny. I watched some of the highlights from Scott Bessent sitting in front of Congress getting grilled, and you can tell he's definitely in his element because he confidently answered all the questions. But in his testimony, he criticized previous administrations by labeling them regulation by reflex. And when he did that, he had the shit-eating grin on his face, and I was like, that's the right guy for the job.
Yeah, exactly. Dave, any thoughts?
Well, they said the holdings are 17 billion at early 2025 on the Bitcoin reserve. But it's interesting. What's your guys' opinion of what's happening right now? Silver, gold, Bitcoin, and the cryptos. You guys seen it gone down this far, but what's affecting that? They said a strong U.S. dollar, the new Fed chair possibly. That surprises me with those answers.
Well, I think it's a multi-attack. Well, go ahead, Alex.
So if you go back to the last time Bitcoin kind of went from an all-time high of 65,000, it dipped back down to 20, right? So from 65 to 20, and that was in November of 2022. And then you watch the course of the next year, it tops out at 69,000, thus beating its previous high. And then it plateaued again, and then it plateaued again at the 125. So right now for us to pull back down, from 69 to 20, that's what percentage is that? That's 2/3 drop.
Yeah, 60%.
So if we drop 60% from 125, that'd put us back down around where we're sitting today. You start watching volumes, you start watching what's happening, and it's just like the stock market. You can pull up a ticker and you can watch sells and you can watch buys, and you watch the volume. And I think a lot of people that at the 125 were like, all right, big banks, we've ridden this for a while. It's time to reset it, right? So they push a sell and they dump. The whales come in and they dump hundreds of millions of shares, coins, and what happens to the price? It goes back down. And then very shortly thereafter, and I don't know when this will happen, not financial advice, just saying my own opinion, what'll happen here very soon is you're going to see everybody coming back in and coming back in strong. And when it happens, like it's happened in the past, it's going to be 3 times what it was at the bottom of the last. So to go from 20, the last low was 16,000 in November of 2022, right? That was the last low. And to go from there to 125, that's eightfold. Yeah. So if it eightfolds the 125,000 that it peaked at,
Tim Shaw 707 said price manipulation to buy up crypto on the cheap for the ETFs and crypto reserve. There's probably some truth to that, Tim. Sorry, James, go ahead.
No, Dave, to answer some of your question, I checked Yahoo Finance and I checked Reuters, and it says that it's going to continue to drop because of macro uncertainty and forced liquidation of leveraged positions. And what I got out of Yahoo Finance said it was the lowest since 2024. But long-term concerns, long-term holds are in question right now. And if you remember, I talked about this before, and Alex gave me shit, and it cost me a steak. But Homer Simpson says it's going to drop to 0, and XRP is going to go to the moon.
Well, and again, everybody, that's just speculation on our part. We have no crystal ball. We don't know. But when you look at it logically, it makes sense what Alex and James have been saying. Ginger said, I wish I understood crypto. I need to find a good video explaining it all. Ginger, you can go to my website and you can book an appointment with me. I've done this with dozens, if not hundreds of people now. I've been doing it for several years, and I can walk you through that process. It can be challenging.
Next time we do an afternoon, evening live, maybe we just take some 30 minutes or so, not bring guests up, and let's do just a dedicated explanation of crypto at its base level. Crypto 101. What is it? How is it? What is it?
That's a great idea. In fact, everybody in the chat, if you'd like to see us do a quick 30-minute breakdown on crypto, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't really care about it, put a 2. So 1, yes. 2, you don't really care. Let's see what everybody says here. Mama Sass says yes. Ginger, go to my website. I can help you if you don't want to wait for that. Holy smokes, look at this. Hits says 1. Joy says 1. Bat and Ball in 1. Lee 1. Beaver 1. Wendy J 1. Magnolia 1. Blue Flames 1. Holy smokes. I mean, there's not 1, 2 in here yet. Oh, wait, there's a 2. Who was it? Oh, Charlie said 2. All right, Charlie. Well, maybe you don't have to watch that one, or maybe you might want to, and you kind of learn a couple things. Crystal Zesky 1. Franny Dragonfly 1. David 1. Holy smokes. Crystal Zesky put 17. Exactly. There's always one in the crowd, and of course it's Crystal. JP Metal Slayer 4. Of course, JP. Of course. Well, anyway, we're talking about Bitcoin. We have Scott Bessent talking about it. And then Jim Cramer comes out and says, everything is not fine with Bitcoin. People need to get out. Well, if history shows us anything, whatever Jim Cramer says, do the exact opposite of it.
And do the exact opposite of anything Yahoo tells you. Just putting that out there, too.
Yeah, exactly. James, what do you make of this whole Jim Cramer thing?
You know, it's basically another storyline for rhetoric, financial rhetoric. I mean, people want to see doom and gloom, and Alex is probably right, but because I do compare Reuters to Yahoo Finance a lot, and Yahoo's wrong most of the time.
Yep, exactly. Dave?
Yeah, I mean, Kramer is what he is, you know. I mean, you throw a dart at the dartboard every once in a while, he'll hit one, but it's few and far between.
Yeah, exactly. Cynthia Kuhn says, if Jim Cramer says get out, I'm in. Exactly. Exactly. So true.
Well, if it's such a scam, and it's such a bad thing, like if you look at the numbers, volume, like I'll just here, let's pull this
Well,
up.
Bitcoin is what, the 7th largest asset in the world now?
I the volume, right?
At least it was.
Let's look at volume, folks. In 24 hours, you have hundreds, thousands, millions, hundreds of millions, right? Look at the volumes that are happening in a 24-hour period on the ones that we follow, right? Market caps, trillions of dollars. If it's not a viable place, it wouldn't have these amounts of money being traded every single day. Now that's in and that's out. And when you have a mass exodus, much like the stock market crashes that we've seen in the past, everybody sell. And it starts a snowball effect. Well, if they're selling, I'm going to sell. Well, if they're selling, I'm going to sell. If they're getting rid of it, I'm going to get rid of it. And then you got squawk boxes on the TV telling you to get rid of it. People panic, right? What does that panic do? It drives the price down. Then what happens? The whales come back in and they buy it up cheap.
Yeah, exactly. Pure Blood Holly John says Jim Cramer's the worst in central casting. He's the worst. He's one of the best because he's predictable. Mama Sass said, I want rainbows and sunshine. It's coming, Mama. I'm telling you, it's coming. It may be a little bumpy getting there, but it's coming.
That sounds way too much like sparkle farts.
What sparkle farts, exactly. All right, moving on. So Iran canceled the nuclear talks for Friday, tomorrow, and then within a couple of hours, all of a sudden it was back on the table. Now, James, we have quite a bit of firepower over there. What do you make of all that?
We do. We have a shitload of firepower over there. Iran's
Is that a
nuclear
technical
talks.
term?
Yeah. Satellite imagery reveals that they are back to work restoring the nuclear facilities that we already took out. So they're back to work. Tailings, you can see equipment moving. Just because you go to the table doesn't mean you need to eat.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Dave, you keep jumping in and out, man. You need to start
I don't
quit
know.
pushing buttons.
I'm not even.
I know. That's the same thing. Everybody always blames me, and I'm like, no, my hands are right here.
Yeah, I've
Johnny
got
B,
great signal and everything else. I don't know what's going on.
exactly. Johnny B, thank you for all the gifts. Very kind of you. Let's move on here. All right, do we get everybody on that?
No, sir.
Oh, sorry. Go. Who did I miss?
4 letters, Iran. If
Yep.
you don't capitulate and fall in line, then there will be 27-hour flights round trip to take care of the problem. We've already seen it. We know what's happening. Reports of 30,000 plus people that have been unalived. It's you're shutting off the internet to the people there. Trump says it over and over and over and over and over and over about Ukraine. Lives lost, lives lost. It matters to this dude. He doesn't want to see it anymore. He doesn't want to see it in Ukraine. He doesn't want to see it in Haiti. He doesn't want to see it in Pakistan. He doesn't want to see it in India. He doesn't want to see it anymore. For God's sakes, he solved the issues in the Congo. What? 30 years of fighting going on down there has stopped. Like, give the man a little time. He's going to fix this situation too.
Let him cook. Exactly.
Yeah.
Dave?
Have you ever seen Iran come back that quick to agree to whatever as they walked away? So what's that tell you? They don't have a choice.
They're hearing footsteps is what it
Yep.
means.
Yes, sir.
So moving on, we've had all this exposure when it comes to fraud. And well, now Gavin Newsom's California, right here where I'm at, has approved free phone and internet for 94,000 dead people. 94,000 dead people, free phone and internet. How the hell does that work? And you want to talk about fraud? We're talking about $38 trillion in the national debt. How much of that is going to go away when all of this comes out? James?
Somebody's receiving that amount of funds. 94,000 dead. Somebody's paying them, and somebody's receiving it. So they're all in hot water. They were enrolled in a federal lifeline program that provides phones and internet service, and its FCC identified it back as long as 50 months ago. Between 2020 and 2025, it totaled about $3.8 million in fraud. Major negligence and fraud cited by the FCC, and FCC revoked California right to oversee participant verification. So now the FCC is doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Dave?
Yeah, I think that's going to be just more exposure of what's going on. It's going to sound like this.
Uh-oh. What happened there?
That's the big Disney signal that all the dead people are answering their phones.
Holy smokes, you guys. You are cracking me up. Let's see here. Skydancer says Pennsylvania has a huge population of active dead folks too. Yeah, and that's another thing that brings to mind Judicial Watch, Tom Fitton. They have joined with a group that of the president I'm familiar with here, and I know personally, to sue the state of California, and they've gotten millions of people off the voter rolls. And now I believe Judicial Watch is going after several other states to get the people to clean up the voter rolls. So when you combine that with President Trump continually talking about, we caught them all, we have them all, we have truckloads of information, it's going to be coming out over the next few months. We're building up to a precipice, and I think it could happen before 2026. I don't know. What do you think, Alex?
Well, it's not just California involved in this program. The Lifeline program, established in 1985, offers discounts for phone and broadband services up to $9.25 a month for eligible low-income households. Opt-out states like California previously handled their own eligibility verification, which led to vulnerabilities, right? Well, it's not just California that's involved in the program. You've also got Texas and Oregon, and they're receiving $5 million in federal subsidies each for nearly 117,000 deceased subscribers. California's 94,000 is a large portion of that, receiving 3.8 million. Are we surprised? Are we really? I want to know how many of those dead people use their phones to vote.
Yeah, exactly. Dozer21 said, "Can you hear me now?" Exactly.
They've got a phone line. They don't have a mailbox there yet, Alex.
Exactly. Boss lady Teresa Faria said it's popcorn time again. Yeah, but believe me, stock up on the popcorn because we got plenty still coming.
Well, it says this is part of a larger pattern of fraud in federal programs, with GAO estimating annual losses of between 521 billion nationwide. What?
Yeah.
Wendy said, "I was wondering who had a landline here." Exactly.
I just got rid of mine last year, guys. So
Crystal Zesky said has like 2 million dead. Wisconsin has like 2 million dead voters. That's how Evers got back in. Well, again, they have to clean up the voter rolls everywhere.
I wonder if
Bat and Ballin, thank you for all the gifts.
I wonder if I can sign my mom up.
Yeah, exactly. Or my sister, for that matter.
Yeah,
exactly. Wendy J said, "Dave, you better plant some more corn." Exactly. Franny Dragonfly said, "Are those Social Security numbers that have been assigned to illegals?" Very interesting. Could be.
Yeah,
could be.
So remember, Biden administration spent $7.5 billion on 3 green chargers across the nation. So that was supposed to be multiples, but they only got 3 of them built.
Right. Doug Rice 59 said, "I still have a landline. Is it a rotary dial telephone too, Doug? Is what I want to know." Exactly. Oh, that cracks me up.
Can you answer the phone? Can you answer the phone with rigor mortis? Asks Rebel.
Exactly. So NBC had President Trump on yesterday, and they asked him point blank, "Do you see any scenario where you're still president on January 21st of 2029? What was his response? "I don't know. It would be interesting." Dave, what do you make of it?
Yeah, I think he's trolling a little bit for sure, but we'll see. We know they said there's many ways to get around the BS, and there's a few options they have. So we'll see what it consists of.
Yeah, exactly. James?
No, I'm just along for the ride. We've talked about martial law. We talked about there probably will never be another election again. All that's on the table. I just throw my hands up and do the YMCA every day with you guys and just play the guitar.
Exactly. Alex?
He's the master troller. He's the master troller. There's not a better troll in the world than Trump. It's the art of the deal. So he's gonna say, that'd be interesting. He's gonna say, well, we might look at that. We might this, we might that. And then he'll do something completely different.
Right. David Morales over on YouTube said what's that?
James, Dave, bouncing off.
I know. David Morales said your landline might be useful after an EBS. And then David said you might need a landline when the EBS cuts in. Well, let's not forget, Starlink is now connected to T-Mobile. How long will it take before Verizon and AT&T and all the other ones are connected? I'm not worried about it at all.
Well, and that's partially true. In the old world where you had copper phone lines going into your home, that would be true. But what's happened nationwide with the rollout of the high-speed internet services to all the small rural farming communities, one like what I'm in, Dave's in, is they are getting rid of copper completely. Everything is going to fiber. Everything. So when the internet goes down, when one of their CO switches goes down, so does your phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I asked about that, Alex. I was going to try to keep the landline just because of that, and they said they're done. They're no longer. We're tearing them out.
So here's 5 ways that it could happen: amend or repeal the 22nd Amendment. I don't know. Run as vice president. The president steps down. He then assumes the role for an additional term. Becomes Speaker of the House, and both president and vice president step down. Speaker of the House steps into the role. Electoral college or congressional selection maneuvers. That's the interesting one to me.
Well, that's within the structure of the Constitution now. But if we have a true constitutional crisis, all bets are off. It could happen. God only knows how it could happen.
But he says over and over, we're going to law. He's going to follow the laws, Sam. He's going to stick to what legally can be defended and taken to the Supreme Court to set precedent, right? Other speculative declare war or emergency to claim powers, delay elections, challenge amendments, validity in court, influence without office. Some argue Trump's third term could be through legacy or proxy, family member or ally running.
And Bean made a interesting comment. She said original Constitution. Yes, people don't realize we have two constitutions. We have the Constitution for the American people, and we have the Constitution of the American people. The for is the first one. The of is what happened after 1871. So again, who knows what they're talking about, but I think going forward, you're right, Alex, President Trump will go by the letter of the law. But if it is a letter of a law that hasn't been codified, then all bets are off. We just don't know at this point. Well, anyway, so that's it, everybody. That's it for the show today. We are at 178,000 likes. You guys are awesome. That is just incredible. So we are going to be signing off on Facebook and YouTube, and we will see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Don't forget, it's our health and wellness show. Dr. Glidden will be joining us. So in the meantime, everybody over on Facebook and YouTube, have a great day. All right, Alex, let me know when that's going.